Hello everyone, this is Max for Bonedo, and today I'm going to have a closer look at these percussion instruments from Schlagwerk. So let's see what we got here. We have a Rainmaker, we got two wood blocks, they call it the Woodoo Blocks. We have a cowbell, we got this pair of pocket bongos, we have this Velox Shaker that I didn't know I needed. It's a tambourine style shaker. And we have the so-called flaps here, which make like a kind of, flap castanet kind of sound. I'm going to show you in a second. Three of them are mounted on this percussion board, which is then called the flap board. And we have the single flap over here, which is like a bigger flap that can be mounted on a stand solely. And we also have this mini percussion board to put some of these instruments on it and play them in your performance. And everything here comes with this little beater. It has like a felt sound, a wood sound, and also this metal stick on the back. So that being said, let's have a closer look on the features of each instrument and of course on the sound. The pocket bongos come in a high and in a low version. On the downside we have some Velcro, which makes it possible to attach it to the percussion board. These bongos don't have any natural skin like normal bongos. They're made totally from wood, and as we can see, they have like a very thin layer of wood at the top, and in between they have like room for resonance. So they're supposed to be played on this like nicely looking layer on top. You can play them with the hands, you can play them with a stick that comes with the percussion instruments, and yeah, we're having a closer look at the sound in a second. The Velox Shaker comes in circle shape and has like a fabric handle on this side, which has like a really nice grip, so you don't have to fear to lose it on stage. And this side, the colored one, which looks like very similar to the pocket bongos, makes the shaker sound. So basically you have like a grip to hold it like this, and then you shake it as a tambourine, and this part produces the shaker sound, which makes it possible to also like add some accents with playing it with the hand while shaking it with the other hand. Woodoo Blocks come in a nice vintage looking color setup. These ones have like some little felt attachments on one side, so you have the possibility to play the pure wood tone as well as a softer and more dampened like felt wood tone. What is very nice about them is that they have like a little felt between the mounting clamp and the instrument to avoid like any sizzling sound and to make better resonance for the wood block. Having a closer look, we can see the classic resonance space here, and if you look carefully from the side, you can see these little slots here, which mean if you hit the wood block on top, this place can like really float a bit, and this is partly of course the reason why the wood blocks sound so full and open. The mounting clamps, as on all of the other instruments, feel like very stable, so you don't have to feel like anything will move here once you attach it to your stand. The cowbell is like a kind of standard cowbell made from metal. We also have the possibility to attach this to any stand, of course. It has a nice size to put it in your hand, and also has a nice pitch to use it with a cajon. We will check out the sound of this one in a second. The flaps are made of wood and produce a castanet kind of sound. If we watch from the side, you'll see these two wood parts that produce the sound when they're struck. And very interesting technique of building them. So we have like Velcro on both of the sides and a little magnet, which you can see here. And this is how the upper part is attached to the lower part. So there is like no chance anything can break here, which from time to time happens to such instruments, or you don't need any fabric like to fix it here. It's very properly fixed, honestly. Very nice idea. And as you can see in the middle, we have like a kind of resonance space where the tone is made. Also the little felt attachments here on the instruments, so no additional noise, and the same clamps to mount it on any stand. And this flap board is basically almost the same like the single flap. You have 3 of the flap instruments in different sizes, and they are attached to this percussion board with Velcro, and the only difference is that they don't have a single attachment on each instrument, but you have one clamp here to mount it on the stand, all 3 together. The Rainmaker comes in the same design as the pocket bongos and as the shaker. It is not round, actually. I was wondering about that a bit in the beginning, because all other Rainmakers that I own are like round Rainmakers, like in a natural look. But actually this makes totally sense, because we have these percussion boards, we have like any percussion table during performances, and what is the problem all the time? You put like any round thing on it and it rolls down and falls to the floor. Not with this Rainmaker, because it's not in a round shape. You can just put it up, place it on the table, and you're ready to go. Also, the sound is like very nice. It's also not too light. It's kind of heavy, which you have to get used to that, but it gives you a good feeling in the hand when you play it, and you have really the feeling like you can control the production of the sound. Very interesting gadget is the so-called bell beater, which is intended to be used with a bass drum pedal for your cowbell, but as a percussionist I couldn't help trying it as a mallet also. You can produce some wood sound, you can also produce a dampened felt sound here, and if you like, you have also the chance to produce like any kind of triangle beater kind of metal sound. So this is like really 3-in-1 beater, and in this way and also in this way it has a really nice feeling, and you have the chance to produce really, really good sounds. Alright, so to sum this up a bit, I have to say that I'm quite a fan of all these instruments. I really love the sound of the pocket bongos. I didn't expect such a full tone from this small instruments. The wood blocks are really solid. I like the two-tone possibilities with the little felt add-on on it. The cowbell is a solid cowbell, does its job very well. As I said, the Velox Shaker is really a thing. I really love the possibility with this tambourine kind of technique to, add some accents in this way. The Rainmaker is like a really good instrument in my opinion, because I always fear, like with the other Rainmakers, that at one point the sound kind of explodes and like gets like super loud, and when you like accompany a little ballad or something. But this has like a nice medium volume, and also it's not too long, so you can grab it with one hand and use it without having any problems. The only thing that I don't really get is like the flaps. I think it's like a kind of interesting sound, but I was expecting like more variety, because we have like different sizes, and especially like in the lower dynamics, I wasn't really satisfied with the sound of them. For like 50 euros per instrument, especially the bigger ones, I was feeling like, yeah, I would expect like more, maybe a fuller sound or something like that. The percussion table obviously is like super important, very practical. You can use it with every stand. And as obviously these instruments are percussion Cajon Add-Ons, so we can use it, or they are like, thought to be used also in your Cajon performance. I have to say, for the price of them, like they're, as I said in the video, like the different prices, every price is like, in the middle of comparable instruments from other companies. So I think with these instruments you got a decent collection of percussion sounds for playing only the percussion instruments, but also playing it together with your cajon to get like some additional sounds, which makes this like a very nice set to have in the studio and also in live performances. And of course, as every time, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel. See you next time.